Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Big Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We want to give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us today we've got Zawacky. Al Ninos will be signing a little later. We got Jay Briggs, number one, Jovan Burts in the NFL, and we also have Brian and Bitler with us as well. And here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We've got Bitler, Briggs, Burts, Ninos, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, 2 baseball games in, but we still have a 7-game card here for you from Major League Baseball, as well as 2 from the NFL. And we got picks from those games. We do also have a player prop for you from this big NFL card tonight. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I'll bring in Brian right now. Let's see if he's ready to roll. Brian, what's happening?
Not much. Great weekend. Had lots of fun watching football and hoping to carry some momentum through Monday and into next week. Definitely had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Really exciting times here. This NFL really has you rolling, man. It really can do something for your blood pressure. You're thinking you're going to lose, and then these big comebacks, swings back and forth, and the Cardinal Raiders. And Saturday as well. A lot of fun there. But tonight we have one at 7 Eastern Time as we have the Bills here to host the Titans. Boy, this line is still holding steady here at 10, that double-digit number, and with a total of 47.5.
Yeah, it's been holding pretty steady, even despite a lot of love for the Buffalo Bills. And I was on the fence on this one early, but I think Titans do have some nice trends backing them tonight. They're 8-2 ATS last 10 Monday games, and also the dog in this series has covered 10 of 11 matchups. Buffalo looked good as a team could look, beating the Rams like a drum on opening night. But people like to fall in love with what they saw the week before. That doesn't always carry over to the next week. Titans have covered 6 of the last 8 as opposed to dog, and the Bills have covered 2 of the last 8 Monday night football games. I think we're going to see this game stay within the 7 points. Even though you're getting 10, I think if you had 7.5, 8, I think you'd still be good here. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans plus the points tonight.
All right, Brian Bitler says go with the plus here. Go with the plus. Take the plus 10 here against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we're talking off camera here saying, yeah, Tennessee top seed from last year, right? They had that big playoff loss to start the postseason, but they've got a good running game, and they got Tannehill back there, and they have beaten the Bills the last 2 seasons and putting up some points as well.
Yeah, I'm not a big Tannehill fan, but with the defense in Tennessee, and I'm sure that they're not oblivious to the lines. I'm sure they're seeing that they're 10-point dogs to Buffalo, and that can't sit well with the team. I think they're going to come out hard against Buffalo. And 10 is a lot of points. Buffalo could be up by 15, 16 points and hit the back door to end the game, on a meaningless touchdown. So I like getting points here in my pocket.
Yeah, getting points, no doubt. Of course, just remember last season. I know it was last season, but you just really can't forget the fact that Titans put up 34 on them last year, 42 2 seasons ago. So they really put up some points there. And we know the Bills look good against the Rams. The Rams, if you looked at them yesterday, kind of faded there down the stretch. Kind of hung on for victory against a pretty bad Atlanta team.
Yeah, I kind of wrote the Falcons off on that one. I thought that was going to be a cover for the Rams the way they got up big, but the Falcons really fought back in that one. I just don't think the Rams are as good as they were the year before. And, it is – I'm not going to take anything away from Buffalo going into L.A. and getting the W, but we'll see how they do in their home opener against a Tennessee team that needs to start playing well.
Yeah, they do. And, of course, you want to avoid that 0-2 trap. The number is it's not good for these teams, 0-2, so you'll know Tennessee will be hot in this one. Titans plus 10 against the Bills. This one to have a start time here at the top of the hour. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. As we said, 7 games remaining here on this Major League Baseball card. We do have those 2 from NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'm off a 4-1 Sunday and a 10-3, 77% start to the NFL season. My best bet tonight is in the NFL. You can get my titanium play, just $15 at pickdogs.com. My titanium play, my best bet run, I got a 25-13, 66% run on my best bet. So make sure you guys head on over and pick that up for $15, and we'll get you to the window.
That's right, guys. Again, aboard with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're just going to update this card. For some reason, I neglected the fact to scroll down and see your NFL record. Well, that is pretty impressive here with the NFL. What was that? Did you do over the weekend again, Brian? What were those numbers?
We were 4-1 on Sunday, and overall 10-3 in the NFL, 77%. So definitely rolling along nice. Hoping to keep that up going into week 3.
Yeah, these numbers are all documented here from Brian in the NFL this season. Of course, you guys who want to get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs, he's got his NFL Monday titanium wager right there right now. $15 credit guarantee. What that means, that must win or the amount that you purchased is credited back into your account for site credits. That's what credit guarantee means. So that play is up there right now, your NFL Monday titanium wager from Brian. Also has got an American League Baseball game of the month, also on a credit guarantee. If here we are here on a Monday, your best value is that, one great value right now is that 7-day all sports pass. Because listen to this, with the 7-day pass, you get all Brian's premium picks here for the next 7 days. Stretch run of baseball. We still have a lot of baseball left. We have on Wednesday, it'll be 2 weeks. We'll hit Wednesday, we'll have 2 weeks remaining in the regular season. So we get your baseball for the 7 days. Brian's NFL here for Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. So 3 days of coverage here on that 7-day pass with the NFL. Also, Brian's college football here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So lots of coverage here on that 7-day all sports pass. And you could use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and you'll be able to save 15% off. And of course, add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the great success, and we'll talk with you again on Friday.
Yeah, I can't stress enough. There's some amazing NFL handicappers over at PickDogs.com. Look at Jovan Burts, absolutely on fire at number 1. You got Rodney Romanelli doing it in the NFL. So if you guys need a good NFL capper, make sure you head on over to PickDogs.com, check out the leaderboard, and pick somebody up today, especially tonight. It's going to be a big game. You got to be going with the best guys, so check out the leaderboards.
That leaderboard is a great start for the Pick Dogs over at in the NFL this year. Brian, it's always great having you on the show. We'll talk with you again on Friday.
All right, Tony, have a good week. I'll catch you on Friday.
You got it. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We promised you some NFL coverage. We got the NFL pick. We got another one coming in here with a player prop. Let's welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also part of the weekend crew. Also part of the halftime show with Mitch. Of course, you want to tune in today at halftime tonight. At the halftime, I got to figure out how you guys going to figure out those halftime with those 2 games going on. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do that when they run weird tonight.
Yeah, they do run a little weird. We want to have them both, right? Both. There's 2 games.
Yeah, we're going to do them both.
Doing both. There you go. So tune in at halftime, guys. Make sure you have your phones handy, set notifications so when Jay and Mitch are ready at halftime, you'll be ready for those halftime picks as those lines come out. Tune in right a little bit after the 2-minute warning. Keep an eye out. Usually a good thing to do is when they announce the event, just click it, and when they go live, it'll play automatically. That's a good way to do it. In case you didn't know that, you can actually, when you see the thumbnail, there'll be a countdown clock. Just click it, hit the play. And then, of course, once they're on, boom, their image and video will pop up. So you don't have to hit the old refresh. Just hit the play button on the thumbnail on the countdown clock. But anyway, tonight, 7 Eastern time, we have the Bills here to host the Titans here with the Bills -10, total 47.5.
Yes, sir, Tony. I'm looking at this one a different way, though. I'm giving out my first player prop here on the drive-thru. And I got a good one tonight, man. I like Gabriel Davis to score a touchdown tonight. We're going to get some plus money on that. And here's my angle on this. I went back and looked at his stats. He scored 6 touchdowns in his last 3 games. And in those last 3 games, he scored a touchdown in each. I know the season just began, but he scored one last week. He scored one, and he scored 4 in the AFC Championship game, and he scored one in the divisional round as well. So his last 3 football games, 6 touchdowns. 3, he scored in all 3 of his last games, and I think he gets in there again tonight for some plus money. Oh, wait, I'm looking now. I think he's out tonight. So why they still got the line up here? Well, I also like Derrick Henry to get in there and score a touchdown tonight, too, as well. That's weird. Why he still got that line up like that, then?
Let's see. They said that he's out. Let me see. Let me look at the – I know he's not in the starting lineup. He was not in the starting lineup. He's out, right? Okay.
Yeah. But
all right,
like
so
4 books still have his prop up there. That's weird.
Oh, you know why? All right,
they almost caught me. They almost caught me.
Yeah,
no, they didn't.
Yep. So we got Diggs out, but you're going to be looking here. This ankle, he has been ruled inactive. So there we go. Inactive list has come out, and he is on the ankle inactive list. So he will be out of this one. So you're going to go on. Are you looking at Henry?
So yeah, Derrick Henry gets in there for sure tonight. I know he had a rough game last week against the Giants, and I know the other guy scored. I know everybody's kind of down on Derrick Henry right now, but he for sure still, in my opinion, 1A running back, 1B maybe behind Jonathan Taylor. I think he bounces back. He scores tonight, and that's another prop for you guys.
All right, there's another prop for you. So we're going to scratch the Gabriel Davis out of there, and we're going to take Derrick Henry. You know what the return is on that?
I do not. Give me 1 second.
Take a look at it. We'll take a look here as we're changing it. We know that happens sometimes. We get those inactives come out.
Man.
And it's Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. We'll find out what the number is. You know, I know that Henry's had some issues. You know, with slow starts before. It happens to them. But again, we're here, and of course, you know, when you don't play in the preseason, it always impacts your production. I think right to start the season. Some teams are still in preseason in week number 1, and of course week 2. Again, a situation where you better be focused because you don't want to hit that 0-2 mark, and the odds tell you that there's a good chance that Tennessee will be on 0-2 as a 10-point underdog, but they got to be here really fighting harder to avoid that trap. So we're going to get to the Derrick Henry anytime touchdown.
I think it's here. Minus 110, minus 120.
All right, we'll put in a minus 120 in there.
If we see odds like this on Derrick Henry, and normally we're jumping all over this, so I think I'm going to hop on that. I'm just trying to double check one more time.
All right, just going to double check a book here on the Derrick Henry props. And so what happened is he rolled the, that was
my fault, guys. Huh?
No worries.
It happens, though.
Yep. Anytime touchdown and actually, we've got the anytime touchdown here from Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown will be it as you're looking it up. I want to let everybody know what you have going on over at Pick Dogs at Premium J. We've got still 7 games here for Major League Baseball here in the primetime hour, as well as those 2 NFL and prime times. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, man. I got 4 premiums up there tonight. And I have 5 premiums because I got an MLB. So I got my $20 NFL best bet up there. I have my $15 MLB best bet up there. I also have a few packages broken down differently, just depending on how you want it. If you want 2 football, 2 baseball, or just depending on how you want it. You can go check it out on the site. But the best value, man, I'm telling y'all, is to go hop on a long-term value. You can't go wrong. More plays, less money. Seems always the best value. Longer you go, the better the value. Or you can pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with one of the other great cappers we have right now. As you go looking, like Brian was saying on the NFL leaderboards, man, there are some of these guys who are hot as fish grease right now. So you can't go wrong pairing me up 2-for-1 capper special. That's what I got going on the site. Be sure to check me out. I think I'm seeing
plus 100. I just saw plus 100 anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry. So get on board here with guys. Get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got a money-making 3-pack up there right now. Credit guaranteed. This 3-pack must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account. That's what credit guarantee means. Also, a best bet here from Jay from Major League Baseball up there. That one's his $15 premium pick. Again, as we said, this is credit guarantee. It must win, or the amount is credited back into your account. That's what credit guarantee means. We got Jay here with a $15 MLB best bet, and $20 NFL best bet up there as well. He's put together a 3-pack here from the NFL. So lots of action here from Jay over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, what you can do is, instead of buying all these plays individually, you want to go ahead and get the long-term pass. And we talked about here just being a Monday, a good time to get on board with either Jay's 7-day or 30-day All Sports Pass. Of course, the 7 days get you 3 days of football, NFL football, because you got Monday, Thursday, as well as Sunday action. The 3 days in college football with the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it's a good time to get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. And of course, you could use the promo code WIN15 at checkout to save 15% off those packages. And you can access the page by clicking the link in the description and the All Cappers, and then get signed up. All right, Jay, it's always great having you show. Continue that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But again, you and Mitch on at halftime of both games.
Yes, sir. Me and Mitch, halftime both games. Be sure to check in. And guys, really shop, like Rod said in these comments, be sure to shop your line tonight on this one, because this line is all over the place. So find your best line. Let's make some money tonight. I'll see y'all tonight at halftime, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on the drive-thru.
So we're on the drive-thru. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue our coverage. A lot of people signed in here late. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to welcome in Jovan Burts. If I'm over at Pig Dogs Premium, he is the #1 unit producer in the NFL this season. Jovan, what's going on?
Hey, man, what's going on, Tony? Just coming off another successful weekend.
That's right, man. You're the man. Top of the leaderboard in the NFL. Guys, check him out. He's been on fire. Of course, tonight we're going to Major League Baseball. Of course, a lot at stake here for both teams. One trying to win the division. The other just trying to get in the playoffs here as the Brewers host the Mets. The Brewers favored here at home, -115, total 6.5.
Yeah, man, I'm on the Mets in this one. Now, you have both teams, just like you said. The Mets are trying to get the Braves off their ass, for lack of a better term. They're only a game ahead of the Braves, so it's imperative that they win this. I mean, they still make the playoffs if they relinquish it, but you don't want to go into the postseason, losing first place in the NL East. Now that's #1 for them. On the other side, you do have the Brewers. They're 2 games off of Philly for that final playoff spot, the wild card. So both of these teams have a lot to play for, and they're dealing with their top line pitchers in this one. Max Scherzer for the Mets, Corbin Burns for the Brewers. But I think in this one, I'm going with Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer's on a 3-game losing streak. He's 0-3 in his last 3. And that's dealing with a 2.92 ERA, or 2.82. But either way, just had some tough luck losses. Gave up on 1 run in each of his last two starts, and just couldn't get the win. His team let him down with run support, and it's just one of those things. But I think in this one he'll get sufficient run support. He won't give up much. You got Corbin Burns. There's an uptick in his ERA in his last 3, at a 3.92 ERA in his last 3. So I expect him to give up a little something. And when you're dealing with the bullpens, it's really no comparison. In their last 10, the Mets have a 2.37 ERA, whereas the Brewers, they have a 4.31 ERA. They're a long ways off for that dominant, back end pitching staff that they had, for the last 3 years. And I think it all amounts to a Mets win in this one. Getting good money, in this one, as far as the money line. So you might as well take advantage of it, because you're not going to see Max Scherzer, with these prices.
Yeah, you're right here. As a dog here, -105 here against the Brewers. Love to see what it's like, what the odds are, or how he's done as an underdog. Yeah, Scherzer here has been solid here. Getting the strikeout rate at 30%, limits the walks, limits the home runs. Burns is not at the greatest form. When you look at his numbers over the past 5 games, he's allowed 18 earned runs in 31 innings. He's not been the sharpest. And one thing about Scherzer, he faced a hitting lineup that hits 245 or worse the past 2 seasons. The team record behind Scherzer is 25-7. The bullpens definitely favor the Mets here. So everything all seems to be in line on paper on the Mets, but of course you always have to deal with the fact that they're on the road, huh?
I mean, yeah, that's true enough, but all we can do is handicap it from a numbers perspective, especially in baseball, and what we know about baseball in these 2 particular pitchers. I'd rather put my money on the long-time veteran, future Hall of Famer, who's been in this spot time and time again. My money, more times than not, your money's safe and secured on that side.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Mets, -105 here against the Brewers. This one to have a start time of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's look over at Pig Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Top unit producer over at Pig Dogs, 1,080 units of profit from the NFL. That is all documented over at Pig Dogs Premium, guys. You can verify all these numbers. #1 in the NFL, Jovan Burts. All right, Jovan, 2 games from the NFL tonight, still 7 in the primetime hours from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Trying to get this money with my Money Bag Monday and my Monday Night Football power move. Now, this is the play I particularly like, between these 2 games and Monday Night Football. And, just a standalone game. I didn't want to play with the other games. Definitely didn't want to play with baseball today. So it's just one play. Gonna be a hitter. I've been red hot in the NFL these first 2 weeks of the season. Looking to cap off another successful week 2 campaign. So also match me with one of the other handicaps for the 2-for-1 capital promotional, or check out one of my longer term packages: 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. If you've been rocking with me, you already know what it is. Around this time of year, this is when I get hot, man. Last year it was the same way. This year, just replicating that. So hey, we're here to make money, and as long as you're rocking with me, I'm gonna damn sure try to do that. So let's get it.
Let's get it, guys. I get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. From you see the numbers here: 1,080 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. You can verify those numbers by going to Jovan's handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. You'll see all the plays there, fully transparent over at Pick Dogs. So get on board right now, as Jovan has his money bag Monday Night Football power move from the number one NFL handicapper over at Pick Dogs. Has his NFL play up for you right now. One play from the 2 games. So get on board. It is credit guaranteed, so it must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back in your account with Jovan's money bag Monday Night Football power move. Up there, he's got the single play up there. Again, here we are on a Monday, so that 7-day All Sports Pass would be a very good value right now. You get all of Jovan's plays for 7 days. The coverage here would be 3 days of NFL. You got Monday, you got Thursday, and you got Sunday, right? So there's 3 days of coverage with that NFL 7-day All Sports Pass. Also, all of Jovan's NFL, I should say Major League Baseball coverage. Also, college football from the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday cards. So a lot of coverage here with that 7-day All Sports Pass. One of your best values right now over at Pick Dogs. Try them out for the 7 days, and next Monday you can reassess and maybe extend it, even do a 1-month All Sports Pass, extended longer, a seasonal pass, 1-year pass. Get on board right now with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's been on absolute fire in the NFL. The promo code WIN15 at checkout will save you 15% off. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you Friday, but I know you also contribute to Pick Dogs here. I know on the weekends, too, we catch you on the weekends. You also contribute with the parlay.
Yeah, didn't put out the parlay. I actually shot a video for the parlay, but I had Gabriel Davis in there, over receiving yards. That was gonna be a lock, but yeah, he's not playing, so couldn't put that up, But also had as the second leg of that, I had Austin Hooper under 23.5 receiving yards. He's not gonna get there. He's not gonna get enough targets, to get there. So just take that for what it's worth. But yeah, lots of free picks coming from me. This show Mondays and Fridays, and on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, I'm on the morning show. So yeah, it's a lot of free picks, and per usual, my daily parlays. So I'm here for it.
You definitely want to check it out. The top unit producer in the NFL this year has got a play tonight from the NFL, so get signed up with it. Use a promo code to save 15% off. All right, Jovan, continue that great work. We'll talk with you again on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night. See you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive through. Let's continue here with our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show. I see Al Ninos signed in, but I don't see his head. I don't see his face. Let me double check to see if I'm seeing things. Let me get to a larger screen here. I see a chair, an empty chair. So Al Ninos, if you can hear me, get ready. You're supposed to be up next. So we're going to have to go to Rod because Al Ninos is not ready to go. So let's go ahead and go. Let's go over to Rod. So I was trying to find a joke, but I think Romanelli's better at it than I am with that. So let's go ahead. Let's bring in Rod Zawacky, if I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's also part. Now, you guys, if you missed the news, breaking news, if you didn't hear it, Rod Zawacky's now part of the morning show again with the morning crew with Chris and Mitch. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen it, and back on the morning show, love it there. It's nice. My butt group was still fit nicely into the seat, so always lots of good fun. We're making sriracha barbecue sauce. Good stuff.
Good stuff, making sriracha barbecue sauce. All right, Rod. I just want to let everybody know I wasn't lying here. Yeah, this is Al Ninos' shot right here. It is not home. Got the camera on, but not home. I don't know what's going on over there. All right, let's go. Here we go. 8:40 Eastern time. We have here the Rockies here hosting the Giants here with the Giants minus 125. Total sits here 11.5.
That's that must be Ninos' game.
That is Ninos' game, right? You know why it's Ninos' game? Because I had to go to his card to get his camera up. So let me get your game up here, right? Because I know we got NFL. What was I thinking? I got a little Al Ninos in me today. Here we go at 8:30 Eastern time. We got the Eagles here to host the Vikings here. Philadelphia minus 2.5, total of 50.
Yeah, and this one big game here. A nice win in week one, and what we've seen is. For me, sure, the Vikings got a win in week one. Green Bay definitely wasn't altogether on their pages as well in week one, and I think that's why the Vikings got a win. I can't not put my faith in Cousins on Monday night. It just a big game spot. It's a big game choker to me. So for me, you look the Eagles. The rushing offense last week led the NFL for over 200 yards with Hurts. Boston Scott and Howard, those guys ran wild over in Detroit and led the league after week one in rushing. So you look at what the Vikings did. Their defense, sure, it was pretty good and held the Green Packers to 7 points, but rushing, it gave up over 111 yards rushing. And that's what this Eagles team is built for, rushing the ball and running. And I think the Eagles D, sure, they let Detroit get some yards. Their revenge, and I think they show up and have a little better game here. So I definitely like the Eagles because you look at the Vikings off a 15-point win. The Vikings 0-4 ATS, fall 15-point win, and as I said, the Vikings on Monday night, I got no faith in them. They are 4-12 in their last 16 Monday nighters. Vikings are also 1-4 ATS in week two. And you look at the Eagles here. The Eagles at home cooking, been good to them. 3-0-1 ATS their last 4 home games. They're also 4-1 ATS in the last 6 games after they rushed for over 150 yards in the previous game. And as I said, they rushed for over 200 yards in the previous game. So I expect the Eagles to do the same here. I think they'll be able to rush running the ball. I think he's looking a little better, and I got to take the Eagles here. This minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5. I thought it was yeah, do your shopping. I think earlier I was looking at this because I was very curious to see why it was sitting at 2.5 for a while, and maybe we're going to start to see some of the threes come in pretty soon. You think so? Let's see where we're at here on this one. There are some. Well, I'm seeing some threes, and I only see some threes in about a third of the book, so some threes are starting to pop up, but you can still get the 2.5 when you shop there.
Even at 3, I think I still like him at 3. If your book will only give you a 3, I'm still good with 3.
Okay. Yeah, because I was expecting the 3 to come up sooner, though. I was surprised that the 2.5 stayed as long as it did.
Right?
Yeah, especially what we talked about here with the Eagles. It was a balanced attack. People got scared. Wow, boy, look at the Lions put up a lot of points on them. But I think Philadelphia was kind of like in prevent mode when they had built up that lead on the Lions last week.
Exactly. So you play a different defense, and if you look defensively, they not too bad. The Eagles secondary is pretty solid, and I think they shows up today. And I like the Eagles here at home to get themselves a win.
All right, here we go.
I sold on Cousins. You can't. I'm not buying that purple Kool-Aid.
And don't forget that home field advantage in Philadelphia on a primetime game. Win. And they know the division could be theirs.
Yeah, and it might be a little rainy too. Nice sloppy Philadelphia. Give me Philadelphia.
That's a pretty good home field there in Philadelphia. Eagles minus 2.5 against the Vikings. Shop get the best number. This one is started 8:30 Eastern time on ABC. So on big ABC here. All right, Rod, let's take a go over at Pick Dogs Premium Board tonight. Showing good profit here in the last 30 days. Still 7 games in prime time here from Major League Baseball. We also have those 2 NFL games. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And for me over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, I got my Monday Night Football Total Smasher. You can get that as a single play, or you can get my Monday Night Insiders Info Triple. I got 2 NFL plays in there, plus a solo MLB play. So you can grab those 3 as a package, get my Monday Insiders Info play, or you can get my $15 Bookie Buster play. My top rated play in the MLB is a single play. That's my fifth play. You can go over at Pick Dogs Premium, or use the code. And now's the time. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day. We've got so much loaded sports action all week long, all month long, and I think next month we're getting pretty close to season. If you grab a month pass now and jump aboard, it's gonna be continuing to make some money over at Pick Dogs.
That's right, guys. I got aboard Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. From showing good profit over the last 30 days. So get on board. Rod does have his Monday Night Football total smasher up there. Credit guarantee. He does have his $15 premium. This is coming from Major League Baseball for tonight in the primetime hour. So go ahead and get on board. $15 for Rod's MLB Bookie Buster. Now these individual plays are all credit guarantee. And Rod has also put together a 3-pack for you in there as well. And again, these are all credit guaranteed. A total smasher that's sold individually. But again, you can buy these all individually. Or if you get the 7-day All Sports Pass, you get all of Rod's plays for 7 days. Would include NFL here for 3 of those days, right? Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. And also, if he gets to play in on Sunday night for the next week's Monday night game, that's 4 nights. 4 nights of NFL
like
coverage.
Right?
Yeah, 4 nights. Yeah, pretty good offer there. Of course, we got college football here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as well as all the baseball coverage. There's a lot still to decide here in the last 2.5 weeks of the season. Remember, regular season ends 2 weeks from Wednesday. So we're getting very close to the end of the regular season in Major League Baseball. So good time to get on board here with that 7-day pass. If you upgrade it to the 1-month pass, that'll get you almost 2 weeks of playoff coverage here in the Major League Baseball playoffs here from Rod Zawacky. So that's that would be something good to get. Also would get you the first week or so here of the NHL, right? I'm already seeing NHL preseason odds already for the 24th. So I think we start this one October 7th, 8th in Prague, October 7th in Prague, San Jose, and Nashville. So that we'll also get a couple weeks here of the NHL. And you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? You'll get opening night of the NBA because the NBA starts October 18th. So that 1 month all sports pass. There you go. Rod Zawacky.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. So remember, it's only 30-day month in September. So we get the first night, opening night NBA. Sixers at Boston, Lakers at Warriors. Boston a 5-point favorite, and the Warriors are 6.5-point favorites. Rod on opening night.
I think I'm taking some dogs opening night.
The dogs will be barking on opening night.
That's way too many. Oh yeah, definitely.
Defending champions on the court. Dogs will be barking on that one. Of course, remember that angle, right? They do the ceremony and all this. The ring. Here are the rings. They give them the rings, and usually what happens there. All right, I think Al Ninos would like to hear that one there and that one too. Because the Lakers are dogs in that one. All right, Rod. Get on board here, Rod Zawacky. Have yourself a great night, Rod. We can catch you mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Chris and Mitch.
Yeah, definitely. Join me on with Chris and Mitch. Definitely always have a good time, good laughs. Maybe even see some coffee spewing. I know we definitely get going and we definitely get laughing pretty hard.
That's right.
So, watch out for the barbecue sauce. It'll get you.
Oh yes, that's right. The barbecue sauce and the dog, diggity dog. You know what? I can't wait to all those stingers there from zingers from Rod. You always love those zingers, and so you got Rod back. All right, Rod. Have a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. You got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive. So let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, now we have 3 picks here for you from these NFL games. We will do a recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. 2 sides in the NFL, as well as a player prop. So stay tuned. We'll get to the recap in a bit. I think Al Nino has reached his seat. We were looking at an empty seat, but we now got him in a seat. So let's go ahead and bring in Al Nino. So if I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, we've got the glue on, so he's not going anywhere. Let's go now.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, just had to drop a mother deer off at the airport, and I was running late. Was trying to get situated, and as soon as I did, my monitor decided to go out on me. So I'm gonna try to get this done from my little screen over here. But how are you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 8:40 Eastern Time. Giants, after their loss, get swept. They're flying to Colorado to face the Rockies here at 8:40. The Giants are listed as favorites here of -125, total 11.5.
Yeah, when you look at the recent stats, everything will say that Colorado is the hotter team. But you got to look at their opponents. As you said, the Giants just got swept, but it was against the Dodgers. And on the other side, you got the Rockies that have been up against the Cubs, the White Sox that have not been too great. And, well, the Diamondbacks are pretty tough. But yeah, they got a couple wins there against the Cubs. And they've been playing all right, too. We can't take too much away from them either. And Mitch on the morning show not too long ago asked me which two teams I think are kind of under the radar or something like that, and that was actually the second team that popped in my mind was the Rockies. I think they got a couple of dangerous bats that can wake up on any given night. But the thing about that is I think it's as I said, they can also just disappear on any given night just as well. So a little too inconsistent for me in my liking here. I think and just don't think we're getting enough value with them here, given those inconsistencies. The Giants have been struggling. Yes, they just got swept by the Dodgers, but to me, they are the more consistent team, the higher floor sort of team, if you will. And just expect them to show up more every night. And I think we're getting a decent price from them here. And Jacob Junis, not having his best career, still putting up better numbers than Chad Kuhl. Yes, Kuhl pitches at Coors Field, but still, I like my chances here with Junis, the short price, and I think he comes back and has a decent outing here against these Rockies and gets enough run support in Coors Field to get the job done here for us. So I'll give me the Giants on the money line here.
All right, Al Ninos here on the Giants, the money line minus 125 here against the Rockies. Yeah, this is kind of a spot where I'm always afraid to look at the bad teams because the Rockies really, they've been able to beat losing teams at home. 45-23 against losing teams the past couple of seasons are the Rockies. So when they face a bad team, they have gotten the job done a lot more times than not. And Kuhl has actually had his best performances against losing teams. Of course, as you mentioned, it is a drop down in class here for Colorado, facing that pitching staff here of the Dodgers. Now you get here the Rockies pitching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to that after a rough series there against the Dodgers. But yeah, and Chad Kuhl, he's been getting hit lately. I mean, it's not like it's just lately. He tends to get hit, and the Giants bats probably wake up here. They haven't been the best on the road, just 30-41 on the road. And the Rockies, you mentioned, they do pull off some wins at home. They have a winning record at home, 40-34, which is pretty impressive considering their overall record. And yeah, they've been pretty decent lately. So a couple reasons why this wasn't a premium pick, but I still like the play nonetheless.
All right, we got Al Ninos here on the Giants, minus 125 against the Rockies. This one to have a start time here up 8:40 Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Still 7 games here on the board here from Major League Baseball, as well as those 2 NFLs. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a 3-pack. 2 MLB just had 1 NFL Premium play tonight, so I got 2 MLB in the 3-pack. And yeah, I'm sure that's how it plays out for tonight. Just 3 plays. Pretty small card tonight, so don't want to get too crazy with it. And honestly, some pretty competitive games, I think. So far we've seen some games get out of hand a little bit, but I thought they could have been a little more competitive out there. So I was a little careful today, but I do like the games I picked. So you should check those out. Or I'll grab a long-term pass, 2-for-1 capper special, and better deals.
All right, guys, again, with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. Right now up on the board, Al's got a 3-run NFL and MLB. A 3-pack, get his plays, his best football and 2 best bets from MLB. Credit guarantee, must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account. That's what credit guarantee means. Does sell these plays individually if you prefer that on a credit guarantee basis. But again, as we mentioned all show long, you can get the 7-day pass from Al. You get all of Al's plays here for 7 days. It would include all his NFL. Remember, there's NFL in 3 days here in the 7 days, Monday, Thursday, as well as Sunday. College football, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as well as all the baseball in the 7 days. So a good time to get on board with Al's 7-day pass. Amounts to about $20 a day when you do the math. If we can save you 15% off right now, when you use the promo code WIN15, we'll save you 15% off on that pass. Also with the 7-day pass, you can match Al up with another capper. With the 2-for-1 capper promotion, you can match Al up with Jovan, who's been hot. Also with Brian, with Rod, Jay. 2-for-1 capper promotion, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Have a good one, Tom.
You got it, Al Ninos here on the drive to. Let's continue here with our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a recap here at the end of the show. So let's get to my pick, and then we'll get right to the recap. So let's get my game card up for you right now. As we'll be looking at baseball tonight. Orioles here facing the Tigers. Orioles 205. Total sits at 8. We'll be looking at the total of this one. We're going under the total of 8 runs here with the Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles. In this one tonight, we've got, for the Orioles, this is a team that still has some hope here to make the playoffs. So I think they'll be focused in, especially pitching-wise, to contain this poor-hitting Tigers team. We got Tyler Alexander up there for Detroit. ERA is pretty crooked here, 12% strikeouts. But Tyler Wells would be on the mound here for Baltimore. ERA 3.93. I like his whip, just 1.10. Striking out 18%, getting 36% ground balls. The Tigers here, they've lost 6 of their past 7. Of course, the Orioles did salvage the finale of the 3-game series with the 5-4 win against in their game against Toronto. So they'll have some momentum coming in, not getting swept. So they still have life here. Now, when you look at the Tigers, you're just 51-30 to the under, facing teams allowing 4.4 runs per game or fewer. So pitching staffs that do good, they do well against the Tigers. They go under the total 51-30. Also, Detroit is 22-11 to the under when facing a starter with a whip of 1.2 or lower. And the Orioles 15-6 to the over against teams getting outscored by 1 or greater runs this season. So we're looking at the under here, under 8 between the Tigers and Orioles. All right, guys, my 3-pack is off the board right now. Games have gone off, but I still have my $15 premium pick, so get on board with that. I am the number 2 unit producer in baseball over at Pick Dog, so get signed up, guys. My $15 premium pick tonight is for Major League Baseball. Also, long-term pass, you can get on board with one of my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period to select. When you go to my Handicapper page and you make that purchase, and don't forget the promo code WIN15 at checkout over at Pick Dogs, will save you 15% off. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We got through the picks. Let's go to the recap. Al Ninos will help us out here with the recap as he does on Mondays. So let's get it up right now. All right, we got to start here with Brian. Brian liked the Titans plus 10 here against the Bills. Jay was on a player prop. Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown, plus 100. Jovan on the Mets, minus 105 against the Brewers. Al Ninos was on the Giants, minus 125 against the Rockies. Rod was on the Eagles, minus 2.5 against the Vikings. Yours truly, Tigers, Orioles, under 8. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, it's hard. There's a few good ones here. It's hard to pick, but I'll go with that Derrick Henry and the anytime touchdown. I think you're getting a very decent line there, and they'll be looking for him to score. So yeah, I'll go with that one.
Go with the anytime touchdown. And I will go with Brian's here with the Titans plus 10. Just seems like a lot of points to give the number 1. As we mentioned, they were the number 1 seed last year in the NFL, in the playoffs, number 1 seed, top seed, and you're giving them 10. I'll take the 10 here. I know the Bills, as you said, they're getting a lot of pub, but Titans took care of them the last 2 years, putting up points on them. So we'll take the 10 here. Of course, a team that's 0-1, trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Not saying they're going to win, but I'll take the points, and a close loss will may work for me there too. So there we go with the Titans. All right, that'll do it for the drive-thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll have a 15-game card for Major League Baseball, so we'll have a lot of plays for you there. And of course, don't forget, it always gets started in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, you got Chris, you got Rod in the mornings to get you started. If you didn't hear the news, Rod Zawacky is back on the morning show, so tune in at 10 a.m. Eastern Time every single day. Of course, don't forget the video series out there. You have Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. You've got the parlay up there. Did you have something, Al Ninos?
No, just giving Rod the big thumbs up.
All right.
Good to have him back on the morning show.
Good to have Rod back on the morning show. I thought I might have forgotten something. There we go. Give him the thumbs up there. And, of course, don't forget Ron Romali's MLB Rundown also is doing an NFL Rundown. And take note of the shows coming up this week. You got the NFL show with Big Al. And we also have Jay and, of course, with Mitch. Of course, the college football show with Mitch and Chris coming up this week, guys, early this week. So make sure you tune in for that. It's a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. So when those live shows are on or those video series will drop, you get notified and can tune in. Don't forget the halftime shows. Now, Jay verified this today. Mitch and Jay will be on board with the halftimes from both games. So you'll have halftime picks on both games. So when these games get near around the 2-minute mark, just get on your phone, go to the YouTube, go to the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, click the thumbnail, and just wait for them to go on there. That's the best way to do it. Don't refresh. You'll see the thumbnail. You'll see a countdown clock. Just click the play button. I hope he puts in the start time. So we'll get the countdown clock, and then you'll be able to still be able to log into the show without having to refresh. Very important thing, Mitch. Make sure to put in this time, because then there'll be a countdown clock, and then the users can click that thumbnail and just sit. And once you go live, their image will go live. So if you put a countdown clock, you put in the time you're going to do the show, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to not have to take any other actions than hitting just the thumbnail. And then when they're live, you'll go live with them. All right, that'll do it for the show, guys. Tune in for the halftime shows. We got Mitch and Jay with both halftime shows, halftime picks tonight. So tune in. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring in our crew from tonight's show. And we'll go ahead and bring them in right now. I'm going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a winning night. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.